Hello and welcome back. Our next student is Holly Channell. Holly Channell is a drummer hailing from New England. Holly obtained her first master's degree from Arizona State University, where she got to study with the great Louis Nash and create mentorships with Jason Palmer, Roxy Koss, and Wycliffe Gordon. In 2023, she was named Sister in Jazz from the Jazz Education Network. She has toured and has been a performer and clinician at jazz festivals throughout the world. Holly is also a proud mom to a 4-year-old daughter. Holly's committee members are founder and artistic director of Berklee Institute of Jazz and Gender Justice, Terry Lynn Carrington. Her second committee member is Professor Jerry Leake. Her advisor is Assistant Professor Patricia Perez. Please welcome to the stage, Holly Channell.
Hi, I'm Holly Channell, and I hope you enjoy this presentation of Cycle of a Woman. As a woman, I am a superhero, healer, leader, warrior, innovator. I am connection. I am Mother Earth. I am creation. I am unseen joy.
I feel something different in me. I feel it boom boom. This unseen joy creation. New life is in me. I feel the heartbeat. Boom boom. This unseen joy. Da da da. Da da da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Feel, what is this? I feel a heartbeat. I think it's growing. This unseen joy creation. I am this new life. I feel my heartbeat. Boom boom. This unseen joy. Da 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 da. La da 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 da. We are the unseen joy of new life. I am creation. This unseen joy within us. We are together. I feel this heartbeat. I feel the
This all started for me when I was driving from Arizona to Boston cross country. We were driving through the state of Texas, and it's a very large state, so it took a long time to drive through. And in one of these moments, I was looking out the window, and I was noticing miles of cow pastures. I had this overwhelming realization that for the first time in my life, I was in a place where I didn't have all of my rights as a woman. And I was looking out at these cows and realizing that I had no more rights than the cows that I see in these cow pastures. They were fenced in, they were caged. And it was this overwhelming pain in my body because the way these government laws are written, the people in power would rather have me die with my unborn child than be a mother to my already living child. That was the most painful, emotional experience of my life, to realize that if something were to happen, I couldn't get the care that I needed to be a mother to Gracie. I can't imagine a world where I wasn't her mom. And for me, it's the fact that I was in a place where if certain situations arose, I wouldn't be able to be her mom. And for me, that's what this is about. That's what this pain is about. That's what this cycle of a woman is about. It's about this constant cycle that we have, that we're living in.
I can see clearly. I'll lose hope. I am losing hope. I need to be free behind these bars. You're caging me. I want to live and be with her, not in these bounds. And The knife cuts me scarlet red. It runs down me. I see all these seams that cover me. My skin, my me. I want to live and love and breathe. Why can't you see? It's not a baby, it's me, it's her, it's you, it's we.
I'm in this cycle of survival. As women, we're faced with the choice to either fight the fight or stay and continue to live in what we're living in. We have the right to be free. We need to be everything we want to be. First strike, first right. It shouldn't be this hard to win the fight. This ain't about what's right, what's wrong, or what's holy. This is about the soul, you see? People are bleeding. All we want is freedom. How do we survive this right, this fight? We need to make the first strike. Find your starting lines. We're on the front lines. Not everything is fine. We need to take back what's ours, our bodies, our time. Yeah. Despite this war that we as women find ourselves in, there's so much joy. I have joy in my daughter, in my husband, in my creativity, in the seasons changing from fall to winter to spring to summer. Getting to experience the present moment and create human connections with people that are pure and use my creativity to try to make the world a better place in the only way I know how, which is through music. We have reasons to celebrate. Cycles. All the ways the earth moves around the sun. Rapid pace, rapid light, rapid fire. To forget the past isn't to embrace the future, but confronting the past seems to embrace the present. When pain comes, isn't joy supposed to follow? The drums are my pace, my light, my fire. Drums help the earth move around the sun. They free me from the past. They help me embrace the present. Drums are alive. Celebração da vida. The heartbeat of the earth. New life, new pasts, old presents. In the midst of my greatest pains, the vibrations of these shells are constant, moving, never changing, but always evolving. When my mind plagues me, drums are my weight on the ground. They are my safe haven, like my love is my safe haven. Drums are alive. Celebração da vida. As a woman, I am conqueror. I am human. I am living. I am breathing. I am equal. I am celebration. I am strong. I am worth it. I am joy.
Celebração da vida!
I am this new life, creation. No, I do, 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 do. But I don't New life is in me, creation. This unseen joy.
Wow! Woo! Fantastic. Congratulations, Holly. This is really breathtaking in so many ways. And let's start the second part of the presentation. We're going to start always with the panelists. Maestra Terry Lynn, if you have any comments or questions for her.
Well, that was amazing. Congratulations. It's so informative, and you worked so hard on it, and that work and that effort really paid off, and we can all see that you were up till 5:30 in the morning doing it, because we recognize that kind of work ethic, because the people that are successful have that kind of work ethic in most cases, when life is fair. But yeah, I mean, so many things resonated with me. I could talk forever, and I'll really try to keep this as brief as possible. Just even, well, first of all, like in the beginning saying, warrior, that's something that's so real for so many women that are not just trying to play music or jazz specifically, but just to survive, as you have so eloquently put. Being a warrior is part of it, and it's something that sometimes our male counterparts don't quite understand, because they think they're the warriors in most cases, and sometimes they are, but we are warriors too. So I was really happy to see you put that front and center. You mentioned unseen joy a lot, but your joy is actually quite seen, so I just wanted to point that out. The phrase, that you would that they would rather have you die opposed to live to be a mother to your living child. That really stuck with me from when you first said that. It really made me kind of see even more so the dire nature of everything. I mean, of course I saw it, but that particular phrase, if somebody can't understand that, I have real questions. I have so many things to say. one thing I'll encourage you, like you mentioned equity a couple of times. I saw it on the screen, then you said it, I think, toward the end. And equity, I mean, you mentioned equality. And equality is important, but also equity is very important. So maybe I would just encourage you to, think more about equity, not more, but it's the next step in my view, as well as justice. Because as it's been pointed out to me, you can have equality and even equity without changing the conditions that created the inequality and inequity in the first place. So justice applies transformation. So take that full leap, with your thinking and your actions. And what I loved about the film too is that all these heavy topics, but ending on such a joyous note is a really big part, I think, of storytelling. And you proved that you can, by conceiving of this whole thing and working as hard as you did, you've proved that you're a storyteller, which is a beautiful thing. I would encourage you to take more classes in storytelling, in songwriting, poetry, all of those things that will help you even further tell your stories, and to develop your stories. So another thing I know we're going to get together soon on the drum kit, but another thing that I wanted to kind of point out or mention or encourage you is to find, and the reason why, well, I'll tell you the reason, but to find more mystery, in your expression on the instrument, because you have an incredible sound and power that you can't teach people, and it resonates strongly with me. And I also feel that, part of this whole thing about being a woman playing the drums or any other any other instrument in jazz is having to have that kind of power and sound to be competitive and for people to actually think we're good. And so what sometimes comes with that, and I'm speaking for myself as well, and if it doesn't resonate with you, you can tell me it doesn't. But sometimes what comes with that is a thing where we've been socialized and taught, whether inherently or obviously or not, we've been taught to have to prove something, prove ourselves. So we come through, like that. And I think the real radical thing, and it's freedom that we seek, is when we can actually let go of that, and being truly free is to be able to find our own mystery, try to access every single part of us, which, our male counterparts don't always have that same issue because they don't move through the world with that feeling generally. But some do, and that's another thing, when you develop these kind of social justice awareness, connecting the dots with all of the social justice issues, with everything, is so important. So I would also encourage you to continue down this path and even spread yourself, expand as much as you can in connecting the dots with, I won't say all social justice issues, but other ones that resonate with you. It's great that this was so specific, but I see so much potential of what you can say and what you can contribute to the world of social justice by being as expansive as possible with that. So again, congratulations. Amazing presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Terry. Thank you.
Thank you, Terry. And I pass the microphone to Jerry Lick.
Wow, what can I say? I'm still stunned and moved by the movie that I've seen for the first time. Music is storytelling, and there's a lot of visual imagery into the sounds, but having the impact of the images and the amazing production with Joe. I know that he put a lot of time with you on this project. I'm a visual person as well. We all love a good film, but this is more than a documentary. This is really a profound story about life and the terrors that exist. There are times when I was actually scared and terrified, because this is a reality that we're facing as a society. It's not about politics, it's about human rights and the need to have a voice. And you have found your voice so beautifully, first of all, on the kit. And our journey began with my class, so I've been able to see the full arc of your journey through our lessons, through our partnership in the Summit Project, and also in the CE. So you've started as a young, talented student, and you've evolved fully to a full-fledged colleague in every sense of the word. So, and I was really amazed by your playing in the Summit. That's where I really saw your skills really open up in ways that I was just so happy to see. But back to the story. This is a relevant topic. It has the full arc of the beginning, the middle, and the end, and ending on such a hopeful note. Really is what we should be feeling, knowing that there is hope. We shouldn't ever feel like that it is the end, even though we wake up sometimes and it is a scary world. I have to say that I felt so moved in the 20 minutes of the movie that I was really impressed, and I'm grateful for that. You've evolved fully as a composer and arranger. Your vision, your theme, your CE from start to finish. I wasn't one of your consultants on the project, except to say that I could see and feel the arc that you conveyed, and it's really powerful. It represents the mission statement of global jazz to the forefront, and it's focused and it's relevant, and the band, so amazing for me to see and hear in the studio, just to hear the power that they brought, the love and the joy and all the cooperation and the upbeat energy. I felt it. So you also rise and shine as a band leader and also as an actor. So let's not forget about your starring role. Yeah. And editing is not a small deal. So you really shows there wasn't a moment that I have no real critiques except to say, as Terry was saying, keep on this journey. You're a storyteller and you have so much more to say. And this is a beginning, but it's an explosive beginning. It is really indicating that you have some real natural gifts in all the media, all the forms of communicating these ideas. Submit it to public television, to documentary series, whatever it takes to get this message out, because it's done and complete, and there's more coming. And I know you have more to produce. Can you tell us a little bit about the other tracks you want to do in terms? Does it connect to this project, or
it does,
are they separate?
It's all encompassing. So it started with 4, right, for this project, but I was like, it can't just be 4, and then I thought of the number 7. And how mystical that number is, and so I have 3 other pieces. 2 of them are drafts, and one of them is an idea. So there's Cycle of Identity, which goes into exploring and coming to terms with my sexuality. That's really important. There's Cycle of Endurance, which is the point of enduring through all of this. And the third one, I don't remember. Joe, what did I say? I don't remember. Oh, I remember. The cycle of Mother Earth, the cycle of the seasons. And so those are the 3 themes that are coming along with this project, and 2 of the tunes are drafted. The third tune is an idea in my head that needs to be jotted down. But it will. The goal is in the next few years, like 2 years, to have this come to a full, complete thing.
Will you expand on the film part of it as well?
The goal, actually, part of the future plans was, continuing working with Joe. Can you stand up? Can everybody just give Joe? I came to him with this idea, and he was like more in than I was. He was all in. So to work with him continuously, trying to get some grant money to expand it into a short film. A longer short film, and submit it to local film festivals and things like that to really get, people need to hear a different perspective, that to me, it's not political. This is a life and death situation.
Bravo. Well, I'm also glad I connected you with Randy Roos, who's, as
Randy
you know,
Roos
a brilliant engineer and so affordable when you think about the expenses. I'm just going to end by saying something that I often tell my students. Terry reinforced it. You did. Don't be a worrier. Be a warrior. So you've proven that you are a true warrior in every sense of the word. And, just enjoy the journey. It's all about process. We have to deliver a product throughout this journey of being an artist. But it is the journey. The destination is key, but it's like when you tell a story, it's about that travel. It's about that journey into the life. And you're so focused on the theme, there's no diversion from it. So I love the fact that it was keyed in and just compelled me every second I was watching. So God bless. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Jerry.
Sorry.
And now your advisor, Patrizia Zarate.
Hi, Holly.
Hi, Patricia.
Well, we have talked for a year about this, so I don't have much else to say than congratulations. Then I've seen you work very hard. I'm looking forward to keep working with you. And I want to mention one very important thing that you have and that is unique, and that is your superpower apart from music, and is the desire to learn and the questioning of things. You're always, asking questions. And that is such a great characteristic that you have. I want to mention that because that makes a big difference. And everything that you have done and throughout the year comes from the questions that you have put on the table. And sometimes there are answers to those questions, sometimes there's not. But the most beautiful thing about the questioning is that, you can question and try to find an answer for the rest of your life, and you can enjoy that process. And you can use your second, superpower, which is, music, our superpower of music, to find the answers of those questions. Even if we don't get there, it's just a beautiful journey. And I think that I've seen you grow this year, and I know I will continue to see you grow, and it's been wonderful to see that. So I'm just very happy that I've been there in that journey, and I've learned a lot too from that. Thank you.
Thank you, Patricia.
Holly, wow, blown away now that I see the final thing, and I resonate with everything that's been said. And I would like, just from my point of view, we were talking, you and me last night, about how you find a space for your music, and how you in this program you felt, like you felt able to express as a composer, right? Not just as a musician, just as you're composing and your conception, and I was really happy to hear that when we were talking last night, remembering when we met, first at the Gen conference, and seeing this growth that Patricia is talking about. It's really amazing. And when I see the video, and even if the video is great, everything that as a unit is just so powerful. But if I would just close my eyes and just listen to your music, the music is so powerful. Like I really love the way you put together, and how we were praising the musician in the band, but I also have a feeling that you are making them play in a certain way, and there's an energy that you create, through your storytelling, your intention. So my question to you, I have two questions. My question to you, can you talk a little bit about the music, as a composer?
Sure. Okay, I'll pull it up. Okay. So if we look, I did put my piece. I was hoping no one would ask about this. So Unseen Joy. I'll just talk about it. So Unseen Joy came about actually when I was, the original melody came about when I was pregnant with my daughter, the original idea, and it was inspired by her heartbeat. So throughout the entire first tune, you can really hear the heartbeat in the lyrics, the da-da-da. I mean, what I was doing on the drums, what Jerry was doing. And I actually worked with Danilo on kind of arranging it to sound more complete because I was kind of stuck. And he really helped just expand some of the ideas that were here and making things more playful. And I mean, all my ideas were still there. He was like, oh, well, why don't we extend this bar? You know, why don't, you know, there was always dual lines, talking and communicating. And then Patricia was like, you should add lyrics. And this was like 5 days before the jazz festival. And I was like, oh, I don't want to add lyrics, but it was actually a beautiful process because, so the lyrics on the head in, what you saw in the video were these eyes, and there was actually my eyes and Gracie's eyes. And the head in, the first A, is creation from my perspective as a pregnant woman. And my eyes were open and hers were closed in the back. And then the second A that happened, it was from Gracie's perspective, or from the infant's perspective, on what it would be like to be created and to feel that. And then after this huge drum solo, this African drum solo, it's both eyes are open, and it's the perspective of both the baby and the mother together. And it was such a beautiful experience writing the lyrics. And I had tried playing the idea before I met with Danilo in other states and things like that, and people just didn't get it. Like, it was so disheartening. And I just thought I wasn't a good composer or anything. And then I came to Global, and it was like people who get it and could take these ideas, and being in Jerry's class and working with Jerry on Kete and all of these different things to really provide the heartbeat that was really needed underneath. So that's Unseen Joy and how that came about. And then for Cow, or Cycle of a Woman, during the fall semester, I was in Tony Malaby's ensemble. And if you guys know Tony Malaby, he's a saxophone player, played a lot with Paul Motion and Joe Lovano, and they're all about free music, and I learned to play and express myself in a completely different way. And I already had a basic melody, and I tried to play it with people in different areas, and no one got it. And it was, again, so disheartening, like, man, I'm just a horrible composer. I can't do this. And then I come here to Global, and I, showed this piece actually to Danilo first in a directed study, and he was like, why don't you just leave space? And it was like, what? And then it was eye-opening. And then, like, oh man, that leaves so much, the pain and the feeling. And then I took it to Joe Lovano in a directed study. And it was, I think, me, Belle Thompson, and Gabrielle Maya, who were there with the directed study with Joe. And we just played it free. And it was like, oh my goodness, that's what was needed this whole time, is to just leave space and let our emotions tell the story. And so it was cool to be in Tony Malaby's ensemble and really learn how to play and use my emotions and just let go. And so in this tune, you're following the harmonic rhythm. So really the vocalist, in this case Aditi, who did an amazing job, absolutely beautiful job, we're following her, where she's going with these lines, where she's bringing the emotion, and we're all bringing our emotion with her. And throughout the course of the tune, we collectively get darker and darker and darker, because, when I had this realization, I mean, slowly, I still don't know how to approach the issue. I mean, I guess I am approaching the issue in the best way that I know how. But I mean, it's like, it feels like there's no hope. It feels like we're just moving back in time, and, and it's pretty scary to think about growing my family, so the chords collectively get a little bit darker and darker and darker, and the lyrics get darker. So that's how Cycle of a Woman came about, or the acronym COW. And then First Strike came about actually in Lihi Haruvi's composition class, where she expanding different what's the word? Different ideas with retrograde and all of these different things. And First Strike was actually a name of my uncle who passed away last year. He was a metal drummer, and he's the one who showed me the drums. So I started my journey in music playing punk drums. And you could clearly hear it in my playing, and I hope that part of me never goes away. I hope it stays. And so you can hear it. So I had this melody already because I knew I wanted to write something tribute to him, because I literally wouldn't be here without him, a man of all people, showing me the drums and taking me to his band practice room in Worcester, Massachusetts, and when I was 9 years old, to have me play with his metal bands. It's crazy. And that's how I started. And so but also, I wanted to invoke anger, because, we're in this cycle of survival, right? We're trying to make a wave and trying to fight. And I have friends on both sides of the aisle people who want to make a difference, and we're like, I can't believe what we're living in. I want to make a change. And I literally have friends who are like, I don't want to know what's happening. I just want to live my life. And you have two choices. So I wanted to represent the anger, about those two choices. And if you choose to, in my rap, you go on the front lines or not. And so you have this metal punk-esque anger that comes with heavy rock music mixed with the swing that I love, and fast swing can be really chaotic and hectic. And that's how First Strike came about. And then the rap was later. I was just listening to it and I'm like, I should rap. And then that's literally how it happened. And then Celebração da Vida, so when I created this melody, I took it to Patricia, who's my advisor, and she's like, and I was like, I don't know, I need to make chords for this. She's like, you don't need chords. You don't need any of that. She's like, Brazilian music is drums and voice. And I was like, what? I had no idea about any of that. And so she's like, okay, you need to look up Brazilian percussionists in the area. And then I did, and I found Marcus Santos in Grooversity, and I reached out to him, and every Tuesday night I was at Grooversity rehearsal learning how to play caixa, Brazilian snare, trying to really come into this music. This project, it wasn't just rehearsing with the band, it was like me going to these 2-hour rehearsals every Tuesday night when I didn't have Danilo's 3-hour workshop. So it was either one, which I was going to. And so with this music, I also learned it's all by ear. They don't read music. And so I learned the names of each section, and I had this choir, and Marcus had this amazing arrangement called Bayonada. And I kind of took the arrangement with his permission and just morphed it a little bit and put my joyful melody over the top. And this is the music that I gave everybody, because you have the choir here, and then you have literally, you'd say, okay, play the Bayonada drum interlude, and we would play it. There's no reading music. So it was an interesting experience to be involved with that, and I plan on starting in July, when I guess the program's over for me after this in 5 minutes. But I plan on continuing with Grooversity, because I just love the drums and the freedom and the happiness and the joy that comes from playing these drums in a different way, how they were meant to be played, to be honest. So that's kind of how the music came about for the project. I know that was really long, but
No, that's fine. That's actually, that's a great answer. Thank you, Ollie.
Great, yeah.
Now, Maestro Danilo.
Thank you. Thank you for being so transparent. I gotta take this off to talk. Damn it. You really inspire me. From the first day I met you, the first homework we did, you came and say, wow, you're all so deep. And you just brought something that you just felt, and you just express it out. And immediately I felt an authenticity that you still carry through your work now. Authentic, transparent. There's no science here. We don't have to work so hard to read where you are. You came here with a mission. No time to waste. I want input. I hold up my output until the last moment, and that's what you did. You have been gathering, putting water in the plant, and the result is outstanding. You are walking towards the right direction in your life. Purpose. Resilience, regardless of where you are, regardless of the community, regardless of the support of the community you're on. You are looking for your voice, your own story. That's such a great skill, because when you move to New York, you have to have that in you. It becomes even stronger when you find those peers that believe in being children again, and restarting, and learning, and being joyful about the art of living and learning. The revelation is strong for me. You have produced a skill, composer, storytelling, the playing. Stay true to your vision, authentic, continue learning and growing. Build a support network. Sometimes we gotta go outside the network we are. Continue learning, stay persistent. Your voice and dedication make a significant impact in the world of jazz, and I think beyond. Thank you for inspiring, for giving back, and reminding us of how important it is, this process of mentorship, student mentor. That's what keeps us inspired to get up and come here every day. Students like you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Channell.
Please give another warm applause to Holly. Congratulations.